Well, good evening. I'm David Stevens, running for Alderman Ward 2. I do want to address two questions that I get the most. One, first of all, I am not related to the realtor in Clinton, and I'm not related to Lance Stevens here in Brandon, even though they spell the name right. I actually moved with my family here in 1994. The same reason many of you moved here is for the quality of schools, the quality of life. Brandon is a great hometown. You can't go anywhere in the city without seeing somebody you know. My background, I started at work in state government with the Mississippi Department of Revenue. This was a tax commission at the time. I worked for a man named Lester Harrington, and I was fortunate enough to get a job offer in Atlanta. So I moved to Atlanta with PricewaterhouseCoopers. And then I was blessed, after working there a while, to get an offer to relocate to Mississippi with KPMG. And then again, when we moved back, we chose Brandon as our hometown. And really my roots with Rankin County go back even further than that. My great-great-grandfather, where I got my middle name from, was actually a farmer in the late 1800s down in Cato, just south of town. My background, I currently have my own practice where I service companies from the Fortune 100, some of the largest ones on the coast, to your mom and pop sole proprietors. And working with, over the years, reality, the thing that I've learned the most is that people and clients expect a straight talk, maybe not at the beginning of the conversation because you may be telling them something they don't want to hear. But at the end of the day, they appreciate straight talk and a common sense approach to solving their challenges. I won't say problems, say challenges, and helping them achieve their opportunities. So, and like I said, the thing about it is straight talk, because if you start blowing smoke, people see right through it, and you lose credibility. Once you lose credibility, it's hard to get it back. In my race, I'm fortunate that I like my opponent. Chris is a great guy and has a fantastic family. He's been unopposed since 2009. And believe me, that caused me to really think through my decision to run. And the reason why I'm running is I believe I can bring a different skill set to the board. My background with CPA, doing the consulting, to help the board address some challenges we're going to face. We're a growing city, we're going to face some challenges with the infrastructure, with the bonds and the debt level. Also, we're going to have opportunities. Our opportunities are going to be with economic growth. I agree with Monica. We don't want to be Madison. We don't want to be Flowood. We want to be branded with smart growth. The challenge we have, let's put it out there. The challenge we have is Brandon is the 15th largest city based on population. The 15th largest city in Mississippi. Yet our budget is the smallest of the 15. And it's smaller than a lot of cities with half our population. Right now, the majority of our budget is funded by residents, our homes, or some politicians say rooftops. Well, other cities have a larger commercial base, larger retail, because on retail, they pay the sales tax. The city gets 18.5% of the sales tax that business collects. So we must focus on expanding our commercial and retail base with smart, don't just recruit anything, recruit things that make our city better and provide the amenities our citizens want. So with that, my 3 points generally are, economic growth to help, reduce their burden on our citizens, working to make our city more financially responsible with our budget and our debt, and then supporting our first responders. Because in reality, the first responders are the reason why we're the second safest city in the state. And while our fire ratings are low, are good, to where it helps us on our homeowners insurance. So a couple of specifics, I'll give some examples. I do have some recommendations that I'll present to the board after the election about things we can do with our budget. Whether it's, me being fortunate enough to be elected or with your vote, or maybe me as a private citizen. But I think it's positive changes we can make to improve our stuff going forward. On economic development, just give you one example. Brandon really needs a modern brand, national brand hotel, a Marriott or a Hilton. And you say, is that really economic growth? Well, it's an indicator. It's not the solution. Our solution goes beyond that on expanding the development on the 18 corridor and on the east end of town with the Grants Ferry Parkway area. There's a lot of opportunity there. We're doing a great job in downtown. I mean, you go there on a Friday or Saturday night, and it's a lot of people out. Used to, we'd roll up the sidewalks at night. So we're making a lot of progress. But going back to the hotel, well, what that will do is the people that come into concerts, the people that come into the tournaments, or even the residents, here. So if your daughter or your son's getting married, and you're going to have it at a church in Brandon, right now, if you have people coming in from out of town, you got to book a block of rooms outside the city. The quality hotel will bring in additional tax dollars because they'll spend the night here. They'll pay the 2% tax on the restaurant in the hotel. They'll collect the 3% tax, which that goes toward paying down the debt at the amphitheater. So, I'll be around a little while, so I know my time's getting close. So what I would say is that I would appreciate your consideration in your vote on Tuesday. And if elected, just have an open door. You'll have my cell phone number. If you have any concerns, any questions, give me a call. With that, I'll say thanks.
Thank you, David.